How to overcome the habit of translating your thoughts and think directly in English. Are you tired of translating every thought from your native language to English before speaking? This common habit slows you down and makes conversations feel awkward. What if I told you there's a way to break the cycle and start thinking directly in English? Let's dive into the steps that will transform your fluency. Today we're tackling one of the biggest hurdles English learners face: translating their thoughts. This habit not only slows you down but also affects your fluency and confidence. In this video, I'll show you how to shift your mindset to think in English naturally, with proven techniques and some new insights I found online. Translating your thoughts adds an extra step to your thinking process. First, you think in your native language, then you translate it, and finally, you say it in English. This not only wastes time but often leads to grammatical errors and awkward phrasing. According to language experts, thinking directly in English helps you develop a natural flow, making conversations more comfortable and fluent. I came across a fascinating study that found multilingual people who train themselves to think directly in a foreign language are more confident speakers. The Bilingualism, Language and Cognition Journal highlights that bypassing translation improves reaction time and accuracy during conversations, making it a key skill to practice. Tip 1. Begin by thinking simple thoughts in English throughout your day. For example, instead of thinking, "Mujhe paani peena hai" and then translating it to "I need to drink water," directly think, "I need to drink water." Start with daily activities like "I am going to work," or "It's time for lunch." These small changes train your brain to skip the translation step. Tip 2. Label items around your house with their English names. Seeing these labels regularly reinforces vocabulary and helps your brain associate the English word with the object directly, without translating. For example, label your door as door, your mirror as mirror, and so on. This creates a mental English environment that supports direct thinking. Tip 3. Talk to yourself out loud in English. Describe what you're doing as you're doing it. "I am making breakfast," "I am reading a book," or "the weather is nice today." This step builds a habit of expressing your thoughts in English without overthinking. Experts online suggest immersive activities like reading simple English articles and listening to English podcasts regularly. By absorbing content made by native speakers, you start to think in the same way they do, forming direct language associations. A tip I found is to pause audio content and try to predict what the speaker will say next. This sharpens your ability to think in English spontaneously. Tip 4. Visualization is a powerful tool. If you're planning your day or visualizing a scenario, do it in English. For instance, if you're thinking about going grocery shopping, think, "I need to buy apples, bread, and milk." Visualization helps your mind form natural sentences, making it easier to bypass translation. Tip 5. Set daily prompts to think about in English. These could be questions like, "What are your goals for today?" or "What's your favorite movie and why?" Take a few minutes to think and answer these questions in English without writing them down first. This forces your brain to come up with answers on the spot and boosts your English thinking ability. New technique, the one language rule. I discovered an interesting strategy used by polyglots called the one language rule. This means dedicating a block of time during your day when you only allow yourself to think and speak in English. For example, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., commit to only using English. This habit gradually rewires your brain to think in English naturally. Tip 6. Switch your internal monologue to English. When you're thinking about what to wear or making a mental list, do it in English. This practice, called mental rehearsing, helps bridge the gap between your thoughts and spoken words, making English your default thinking language over time. Tip 7. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what happened, but do it in English. Say something like, "Today, I learned new English phrases and watched a great video about language tips." Daily reflection in English builds narrative thinking, which helps you form complete thoughts and sentences. Conclusion: overcoming the habit of translating your thoughts is a gradual process, but with consistent practice, you'll notice a huge difference in how quickly and naturally you can think and speak in English. Start with simple steps, immerse yourself in the language, and practice daily. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, subscribe to English Masters, and let me know in the comments what strategies you plan to try. Want to take your English thinking to the next level? Watch my next video on how visualization exercises can help you form English thoughts effortlessly. Until then, keep practicing and keep mastering your English.